Here's a look at the latest weather charts for the upcoming week, and for Monday we've got a broad area of low pressure that's across the British Isles. For Scotland, essentially still an easterly wind that's in place, strongest towards the far north, where up to gale force on some higher tops, and it's that familiar story of snow focused towards the eastern side of the Scottish Highlands. Further towards the west, around Skye, around the west of Loch Linnhe, essentially a dry picture, but some areas of snow across the central parts of the Highlands, and some areas of rain, sleet and snow across northern England and into parts of Wales too, where it could be showery in nature, and as this front just edges up from the south later, there could be some more organised rain coming into the south of Wales. For much of the Pennines, though, you could see a dry day, with early murky skies just gradually lifting for something a little bit brighter, trying to get into the Peak District as the day goes on. Now, just to run the sequence through Monday afternoon onwards, various zones of rain, sleet and snow pushing their way northwards, snow becoming confined to higher ground across much of England and Wales. But all that will run northwards overnight into Tuesday, some further snowfalls across the lakes and Pennines and the southern uplands, and by Tuesday morning that more focused into the east and southeastern Scottish Highlands, where heavier snowfalls could well develop. So it's all a very messy picture into Tuesday daytime. Low pressure is still in charge, various fronts then revolving around it. Confidence of absolute detail is quite low, but it looks as though the easterlies stay in place across Scotland, gale force winds particularly across northern mountains, and extensive snowfall across the eastern highlands much of the day. At lower levels, though, more likely falling as rain or sleet. The leftovers of that could affect northern England, the south of Scotland through the daytime. Further showers of rain, maybe some snow and some hail coming down at times across Wales, and some residual showers too across the Peak District. Now it's still complex into Wednesday, low pressure if anything trying to draw itself a little bit further northwards temporarily, with more of a southwesterly wind across England and Wales, that winds fairly light across Scotland in the centre of the low, and areas of rain, sleet and snow moving around quite slowly. Freezing levels though down at 500 or 600 metres or perhaps lower in the Scottish Highlands, so snow extensively still where it falls across the mountains. Could be some hail in some of the showery bursts that develop more across England and Wales. Now looking towards the end of the week, and it's still an idea of low pressure being in charge. A broadly cold air mass is in place, so staying sub-zero across the mountains extensively. And I think fairly unsettled with further areas of rain, sleet and snow, but chiefly all falling as snow across the mountains. Some hail mixed in there at times with things being fairly showery in nature, but some longer periods of snow are believable at times. Winds will vary from day to day, just depending on where any area of low pressure is centred in terms of the circulation around it. You could find marked lulls, but you could find winds locally coming up to gale force quite quickly. Now towards the weekend, it looks as though low pressure is developing around Biscay into the west of Spain and Portugal, and that could start to move its way further northwards towards Britain into the weekend, bringing milder air and rain to the south. But as that runs into cold air still towards the north, some snowfalls across many of the hills and mountains of northern Britain looks believable. How far north that gets into Scotland is uncertain at this stage. Keep right up to date then with the very latest details for your local area, updated every single day on the website, and we'll have the Planning Outlook video for the week ahead updated on Tuesday.